Okay, so it's 5:23 a.m. on the West Coast. Nakia here of the Healing Heart Network coming through to you clear, abundant, and true. And I'm so excited to do this once again because I started this recording 30 minutes ago and it wasn't recording. And I'm so excited because it's like, I could have been like, man, all of that content, it was good, but you know what? It was for me. It was for me. So, welcome to the space of the Healing Heart Network. We're here and we're abundant. We're filled with gratitude. It's amazing. It's loving. See all this wonderful artwork, collective work of family, creativity, heart expressions here. And so, what I'm focused on this year to share with you all, well, let me pause. My name is Nakia, right? Some people know me as Queen Peace. I'm the goddess of peace. I'm here loving you all with so much light in order to positively motivate, support, uplift, encourage, and empower you at being your very best self yet. Each day brings about something new for you to see, to explore, and to love about yourself in a sense that it will continue to multiply and provide amazing, abundant services for all of those around to continue to be their very best versions of themselves. So, as we get into this, I'm super excited to do this once again. Once again. And the question that we're starting this off with is, who am I? Right? This journey that a lot of people are on and taking is to wake up and learn a little bit more about themselves. As much as we dive into education and learning about the different aspects of the external world, the internal self sometimes gets neglected. So, with that being said, my brother, oh, I love him so much, so much, to help me on this path, which I probably went on a journey, along the way of knowing who I am. And it's not so much that he said, you need to know who you are. He was said, ask the question, who are you? Write it down. Who am I? And initially when I heard that, I was like, who am I? I mean, that sounds a little weird, right? Like, who am I? My name is Nakia, Nakia Powell at the time, Nakia Powell, that's who I am, right? And doing the exercise of writing it down, it did start to spark different things. Am I what others say that I am? Or am I who I say I am? There's confusion. I never really had to ask myself that question, going through school, uh, especially going through college. I went to North Carolina A&T, Agriculture and Technical State University, Aggie Pride. The house is asleep. So with that, going through and learning, meeting with people, I don't think I took that many moments to actually reflect on who I am. I was just busy. Go, 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 go. There were things to do, people to see, moves to make, not trying to have my parents spend all this money for school. So I was on the grind of trying to find scholarships and other things like that. So it was like, that's what I was focused on, work so you could get a good job. Those are the things to do. But now at this point, in my life, I'm able to share with people where I've been, where I am now, and where I plan to go, right? Where I see myself while still being present, because that can be a challenging thing. We say live in the present moment while you still have the past aspect and the future, but in this present moment. How does that work? These will be some of the things that we continue to talk about over the year in order for you to be able to answer the question of who am I? So as we start with that, I want you to go ahead and jot that down. Jot down, who am I? Right? So as you're writing down, who am I? I'm making sure we're still recording here. At the end of this, this year, and it may be sooner for you, you'll start to be able to say, I am, like me, I am a shining light that helps motivate, uplift, encourage, support, and empower you to be your very best version of yourself. And with that, the tools necessary in order for you to get there, I help to connect that. Help you to realize the greatness that's within you. These are things that I talk and I motivate myself. For those that do know and those that don't, I am a cheerleader for life. Somebody say, oh, woohoo, no, life, being alive. What does that mean to be alive? To have that God force pouring in throughout your body to be able to radiate so that your talents and your gifts are shared with the world in a way that it comes together, right? It says, I love you. I need you. I love you. I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive. It is His will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Another part of that song is that we're all a part of God's body. So every part, if you start to learn about the body and how it works, again, giving much thanks to my brother, talking about the body and learning about how all of these different parts within you work together to make this amazing system that does some amazing things, given the opportunity to excel, given the opportunity to express that God force within you. Taking the time to learn what that is for you. So as I talked about being in school and starting to write down these things, because it's not necessarily a path that was learned. However, I'm exactly where I need to be at this point in my life. And I want you to understand that also. Whatever it is that you went through and where you are now is exactly where you need to be. So take ownership of that, right? Acknowledge your greatness. So as you continue to move forward and continue to build and continue to be able to answer the question, who am I? I am. I am great, right? I am loving. I am caring. I am magnificent. I am abundant, right? Whatever that I am is for you to continue to speak positivity, abundance, gratitude over and in your life. It's amazing. I am excited. I am happy to be able to share my personal experiences with you all. I am so excited. And so with that, I was talking about a cheerleader for life. I am cheering on life. Yes, do you experience greatness? Experience who you are. Love it, share it, and just glorify in it, right? They say that's how you're living out God's purpose. He wants you to enjoy the abundant life. If not, make a switch. And so that's what I'm here to be able to share with you all over this year. And I'm excited. I'm happy because it came to me early this morning and it was just like I was watching a video going through my cycle. Peace and blessings to all of my sacred women. Queen Afua, thank you for that wonderful training that I've gone through because I do my baths early in the morning. We'll talk about this self-care and self-love also, right, as you start to ask those questions again about who you are. And so with that, I said cheerleader for life. I was up this morning, 2:50 a.m. doing my thing, getting in, and I was just like, hey, watching a video and getting my mind right. I already did my affirmations, my reading over my day and other things. And I was like, okay, I'm in my bath. I was like, let me do a video right now. And I normally may go to some Les Brown's videos, but I was like, let me look at something different and then time, because I knew if I watched a 40-minute video, I might stay in the bath that long, and I didn't want to. And I was like, because I know I need to get up and do some other things and plan, because I'm getting ready to go back into the office after being off of maternity leave. Those that don't know, family, I have a loving husband. He's here, well, asleep right now, and 3 children, a 5-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, almost 3, and a 3.5, almost 4-month-old little boy. And so 2 girls and a boy, and they're awesome. So I'm up before they're up doing this thing. It took some time to get here. And so as I'm listening to this, I said, I got to get out of the tub, because if I don't get out and I don't take care of what I need to, I'm going to be behind, and then I'm going to be rushing. And I don't like to be in that space. So I have to be accountable to myself and say, short video. So I found one, 10 minutes. That's about, the time I can still be in the tub. And as I'm watching this video, I had just watched Les Brown last night, and he was like, listen to a speaker, and the speaker was saying, if you're listening to me right now and these words that I'm saying to you, I'm saying all of the things that you have pushed away, or things that you're not doing. It's just reflecting. It's being a reflection of the things that you should be doing. And so with that, if it hits you that way, as it did me when I was listening this morning, it was trying to work my eyes. Things are going to work out perfectly. With that, this morning, it was like he was saying, yeah, if you're watching these videos, you need to be making them. Stop watching motivational videos. And this was important for me, because I overstand that there are communities, I have family and friends that look to me as a resource, right, in order to get them to the next level. So if I continue to hold back all of the things that I've been building on, all of the things that I've been sharing over the years, that it's not going to help anybody if I'm just holding it all in. And then I don't want to die with my gifts and talents in me. I do not. And so I don't want to die with those in me. So I need to share them. Abundantly so, abundantly given, right? There's a song that I have redone where it's talking about basically my cup. I feel my cup. It's overflowing. So the overflow is just radiating sunlight beams pew, 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 to all of those around, in order to help you get to where you need to be. I'm just a part in God's body to help you get to where you need to be, so you can function optimally. Because then if we're functioning optimally together, we can fly. We can fly, right? And that feels so good. So as we continue to build over these months, you all working with me, as I'm working with you, and we continue to grow together, there are some things, some questions. And I have this to help us out, some questions for us to continue to ask ourselves over this time as we continue to learn more and more about ourselves. So, and know that this is an ongoing process. This is an ongoing process. It's something that I have been doing, something that I am doing, and something that I will continue to do, because things are constantly changing. You're constantly evolving, and to learn and to see and to record what that is, so then you can reflect, go back, Sankofa, to look back and get what you've forgotten. Go get it, come back, and continue to build. You have that constant internal interview of yourself as you continue to grow, build, and be the best version of yourself yet. And like my daughter's middle name, Nkiru, the best is still to come. The best is still to come, right? So with that, some of the questions, to share with you all is, who am I? The first one, write that down. Have a journal. I have an awesome journal here, and this is by Shirley out here in California. G Baby is the artist. I'm going to put this here, but it says, I got this in order to inspire me in January, and it says, be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Ooh, when I saw that, I was like, yes, I got to get that. I got to get that, because that's a consistent positive reinforcement for myself that I have some amazing talent in me. There's amazing gifts that in me that I have not completely out released, let go. Whew. Get these things like this that help you, right? Even if you write them yourselves to keep track. So you want to write in there, who am I? If you don't have some paper, go get you some paper or rewind and come back and do it again. But who am I? As we go throughout the year, some other questions that we'll touch on and we'll dive in each month. What's my purpose? What's my mission? What principles do I live by? What are my goals? Why am I alive? What are my fears? And how are they stopping me from doing what it is I came here to do? What are my beliefs? And are they my beliefs? How do I see myself? This is going to be a big, big one. Because sometimes people see more than you see in yourself. And that means it's time to do some more interviews of yourself so you can see what's inside of you. Those other people around that you support yourself by positive reinforcing people and empowering and encouraging people that help you to extract out like salt. Extract that wonderfulness out so you can see it for yourself, so you can sit in that greatness. I was looking up there, so follow with me, stay with me, y'all. Okay, so then it's so you know what gifts and talents you have to offer to the world. What are they? Right? Have you just scratched the surface? You scratch. What's mine? It's like you just scratched the surface a little bit. You haven't even opened up the box. You haven't even taken the tape off. You gotta take the tape off. Open up that box. Get the wrapping out and let it come out. Let it come out. So you can get to the I am. And sit in that unapologetically. You sit in that space. Have that gratitude, right? That you have the ability to be you 100%. Be connected, mind, body, and spiritual soul connection. Letting the energy flow. I learned a lot of that through Tai Chi of energies, that internal chi, internal energy. Where's that energy coming from? Like a light bulb and electricity coming through your body. Are you letting it flow? Or you get, I'm mad. When you do that, it's so much effort. It's so much effort to do that. It really is, right? You just gotta, right? Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And so you can be yourself fully, right? And it takes time. Like I said, I'll talk about more of, what I've been through, where I am now, and where I plan to go. And so as I have that, we're going to do that. And then we're also going to interview others that are working on their passions, working on their dreams, and talk to them about some of the challenges that they've, came through, some of the breakthrough moments that they've had, where they are, what plans they have for themselves that we continue to develop. Because again, we're all a part of God's body. And as we continue to build and come together, we continue to see that connection more and more. Forever connected, we shall be and we are. And as we continue to see that connection, just like making new connections in the brain, it continues just to tighten up those connections. And our communications, our cooperations, working together, organizations, they get stronger, they build, they continue to multiply in a positive and motivating, encouraging way that uplifts us all together in unity. And so with that, as I'm sharing is caring, we're doing great. I'm going to share with you all a little bit more about, Nikia, a little bit more about me. And mother and father, JB and Delinda, some people know as Vicky and JB, and amazing parents, amazing foundation for me to come through. They always supported me, at being my best self without even saying the words that I'm saying now, right? Baby, whatever it is that you want to do, we'll support you. We love you. We care for you, right? My dad would have this a picture framed on the wall. And I remember this picture, clearly remember this picture on the wall of, it said persistence. And it's so funny how subconsciously you pick up things. And I just always will remember that, being persistent. And I had challenges. I was a I don't say worrier, but I was, very adamant about getting things done, even at a young age. Wanting to go out for the cheerleading squad. I fell at Mount Vernon Elementary School. I remember I fell and I cried, but people were very supportive. It was like, it's okay, baby. Get up, do your best. It's okay. And there's something about that type of encouragement that's needed more than ever at this time for people to uplift and support each other. Right? And it takes time and it takes patience, especially if you have the mindset that you should know better and you should do this. There's a balancing component to that, right? Knowing when the person is really having a hard time and they cannot see past wherever they are. And so we learn this while we homeschool for Lee of, okay, take a couple of steps back. Let's go back to where you were successful, where you were doing good, where you were confident in what you were doing, what you were reading. And this is important. That's why I'm taking you back of me and going through. Man, I did cheerleading. I love to cheer. Yay! I'm out there, go team, go. Doing my little dances. I love to perform. I always love to dance. Auntie Shania, I give great love. Dad will always be like, oh, Kiki gonna dance. That's one of my, Kiki gonna dance. He gonna put you out there. And, oh yeah, I'm gonna dance. I would get it in, do all my dances. Mm, 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 mm. I love to dance. Oh, and then I love to write. My parents reminded me I used to do poetry, and I still do now. That's why I love to write more. I was like, man, this is something that I'm really good at, something that I have to continue to do. And with that, I was just like, would sit in the car and write, and I would read my poems sometimes, and sometimes I guess it would be funny to family, but I would be really sensitive and I would cry a little water, a little water barrel, and just always had that type of soft side for certain things. And with that, I can see how that really helps me to connect with a lot of people, which is amazing. So as I continue to grow, doing cheerleading, I love to coach. I love to share with people. So as I learned, I shared. And when I did that, it just made me feel so good, even young. I would go and pick up my grandma from work at times. Yeah, I didn't really go out and party like that, but I enjoyed, being with people here and there. But I really liked being of service. That wasn't something that my parents ingrained in me, but it was something that they did and that they modeled. And so it was easy for me to do those things also, of being of service and then enjoying your life, having a good time. I'm going to fast forward to college. Same thing, getting in. Man, college was hard in the beginning. I knew I wanted to be a cheerleader for life. I was doing cheerleading with my friend Ariel. I had other friends. We were going to go to Morgan State together and we were going to cheer. My dad was like, no. And I was like, what? This is my life. Cheerleading is my life. That's what I want to do. But I ended up going to A&T, which was awesome and a complete blessing. I tell you, for those that are in school right now, if you're having any challenges or things like that, just know it's a journey and it's a path and it's something that you're learning. It's something that's going to extract something out of you that you did not know that was possible. I tell you, I started school 2 weeks late. 2 weeks. For anybody that knows and going into class, if you're learning anything and it's consistent information in multiple subjects over 2 weeks, that's a lot of information to miss, right? We came in because we didn't know about school and funding and other things like that. But it was okay because I had to support a family. And then I had this drive that, hey, I'm here now and I'm going to do my best. So going in, it was like they dropped my classes. I had an awesome support team that just came. Friends that, man, so many friends, especially my roommate Katrina, Aaron, Ruben, I'll say Mike Jones, James, Slim, Trey, Anthony. Like, these are people, some people that were just like there, um, there supporting 100%. And there was a time where I was breaking down crying because I was like, they dropped my classes. I don't have no classes. I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. What am I going to do? So much stress. And they were just like, everything's going to be okay. Well, how? We don't know. Walking in faith, everything's going to be okay. That's a part of God's body, reflecting and saying, you know what? We're going to come together and give you that positive reinforcement that you need right now. We don't know if you're going to get the money or not, but we want to support you because we see that you're down, you're not feeling good, and we want you to be in a better place. That helps so much because that got me up. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to financial aid. I'm going to sit in that office. I don't have no classes, so I can't go. I'm going to sit in the office. I'm going to talk to somebody. We're going to figure it out. That's how we found out about a payment plan that helped us to bridge the gap in between certain funds to get the classes back up. I had a good relationship with one of the women that were in the office, God bless her heart, that she helped sit down and help calculate things in order to find out where the resources were. It was like, you do this, and you find this, you're good, get some scholarship, see if there's any other work that you could do. And I sure enough stayed on top of that in order to do that. And things worked out. I stayed disciplined. And that's why I was like, cheerleading helped me with that, because it was like, in order to do my tricks, flips, tumbling, whatever, you had to stay disciplined, focused, and learn about that. So I applied that to being in school. And then I fast forward some more to getting the funding and then knowing, okay, I'm going to have this paid for, right? And helping my parents not have to worry about paying for school, because what does that do? That relieves us as a whole. That's amazing, right? I'm going to fast forward some more to when I started actually working. Man, I loved when I would go to interview with other people, especially when I worked at Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab. And I say that because sometimes people may have a name, or like Intel, they have these large names that you don't necessarily think sometimes that you could go and work for them. I used to have that thought for myself of, I'm not good enough for that. That's a really big company. You have to be really, really smart to go there, And I look back now to be able to reflect. I was teaching classes. I was a student instructor, right? I was a teaching assistant. I helped tutor people in math. These are the things that I did along the way that gave me pure joy, and it helped me to understand and then overstand what it was I was learning by helping others. And now as I look back at those things, it's like, girl, you were great. And I had people that would say, you were amazing. You helped me. And I was like, well, you were helping me. And it's just, I think, sharing that exchange more and more and communicating about what it is that we're helping each other with, because it continues to help us build with each other. It continues to help us grow and get stronger with each other. And so as we continue to grow, let people know, thank you. I really appreciate how you helped me. It helped me to get through this tough part in my time, in my life. That gives them a booster, even if they're not thinking about it. That thank you, that gratitude. It's that reminder that, yeah, we're here to continue to help each other. Right? And I'm working on my eyes here. So that I'm working on it. We're getting it. But we're helping and we're building each other together. And so as I got through school, I working full time, there was a point where I started, it was good, boom, I was going good. And then I got in a place where I was not being supported, right? Things were changing. My mindset was changing about where I was. I was uncertain about if I could do this, if I could go through and accomplish these things. And it started feeling really bad. It was this weight on me that I just did not understand why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. And then why the people around me were not being supportive. So with that, I had to start doing some real work. I had to really start doing some work because I was coming home crying about work, not liking it, the people, and not supporting me. And then it was, you have to be accountable for you. What are you allowing other people to do to you? And that was hard because it was like they're doing it. This is all their fault. It's not me. It's them, right? But it was me because you show people how to treat you. And once I saw, you know what? They're taking advantage of my kindness, right? And then I'm allowing it to happen. I'm not speaking up when something's not right. I feel that truth in me, but I'm not standing on it. I'm not being confident. I'm not being courageous. I'm not being fearless about what it is that I want. And I'm not being clear. I'm not being clear. So I have to take accountability for my own actions. So I started looking for positive affirmations and other things like that and saying, oh yeah, there's people around me that will walk by me and I would smile and they'd be like, why are you smiling? Why are you so happy? And I was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And I was like, it started to eat at me. I started to take that on. And I was like, oh, something's got to change. Something's got to change. Then I would remember going to random office buildings and, people here and there would be like, oh, love, let your light shine. Don't let nobody take that light away from you. And I was like, I don't understand what that even means. This is me. Why would somebody want to do that? And then I saw it trying to snatch my light away. Said, you know what? You ain't doing it no more. I started putting up positive affirmations on my wall. Questions about if today was your last day, what would you do? Who would you call and what would you say?